YouTube. I'm gonna have to whisper again because it's 5:30 in the morning, and I'd like to pretend like I'm hardcore, waking up at 5:30 in the morning every day, but the time just changed, so technically it's 6:30, so I'm like half hardcore, I guess. I'd usually wake up 6:30, but it's 5:30 this time. I don't know, time changes are weird and they mess with my head, but I'm grateful I can wake up earlier, a lot easier. So, day in the life is kind of what I go through frequently. Today's not the best day to do it because we have in-office days and out-of-office days. Monday's an out-of-office day, so people work from home. But typically I wake up really early in the morning, turn on the red lights in here, and I either meditate, journal, or I just wake up, eat, and go to the gym. Depends on what I'm doing that day. Today I'm just waking up and going to the gym. I have breakfast like pre-made in this very convenient way. It's not a massive breakfast, but I have like 30 grams of protein, 50, 60 grams of oats in here, some blueberries, some chia seeds. I make overnight oats, so you just pour this shake into the oats, put it into the fridge, and then I have like 3 or 4 of these just like sitting in here at a time. So it's super convenient. I normally like chop up half a banana, some almond butter, some MCT oil in there depending how I'm feeling. Trying to be quiet in the morning is like impossible. Everything's so loud. Like you never hear a drawer creak until it's 5 in the morning. She's alive. See, every morning it's like, do I want to do the thing that's better for my energy and my health and have some MCT oil in my oats, or do I want to have some almond butter? Almond butter's fire. But I'm on YouTube, so I gotta do the right thing, you know? That's how it works. It's funny, I've always saw these memes about like dads waking up really early and shit, and I was like, I'm not a morning person, like hell no. And then you have kids and you're like, oh wait, you can have an hour alone in the day? Like I'll wake up at 5 a.m.
What's the difference between MCT oil and almond oil for energy?
I don't know, I've always just heard that. MCT oil is great for energy and sustaining, especially if you're fasting. I'm not fasting, but I'm breaking a fast with a small meal, so I'm like, fuck it. And I load up in salt because I'm going to train. I pee a lot in the night, so I'm trying to rehydrate. What I normally do. I used in the last video, I saw him got a new creatine. I showed this in our last video.
Yeah.
That is still.
Did you get a new creatine?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god.
I know, I'm shriveling away. I woke up this morning, I grabbed it 4 days in a row, and it's empty. I think I own a supplement company or something. But I'm gonna eat this, fill my water, go to the gym. All right, early morning arm workout. Looks like gibberish on the board here, but that's okay because it makes sense to me. The first series, A series, is 6 exercises, 3 supersets of bicep, rest, 3 supersets of tricep, and then repeat. They're all 10 to 12 reps, except this one is 15 to 20 reps. The dip machine has a mid-concentric pause, so when I'm coming up mid-range, I hold that for like 3 seconds at the mid-range, and then everything else is self-explanatory, so you'll see when I do it. This, I'm still not great at doing chin-ups, so I'm just doing AMRAP here. If I get 5 or 6 for me right now, that's pretty good, but I'm doing like a full extension overhead, a pause, and then all the way up as high as I can get. It's actually a really good bicep movement, doing a supinated chin-up. This Olivia curl, I don't know if that's technically what it's called. If Sergio Olivia made this curl up, maybe he didn't. He's getting the credit for it today anyways. Sit on your knees, curl, and then that little extra bit of bicep flexion up into your head, because like the tightest part of your bicep contraction is behind the head, so the more you lift that up, yes, it's a little bit of shoulder, but you're also smoking your biceps. And then the reverse of that, big bicep stretch, curling behind the back, a little higher volume, and then I move on to the tricep. First set got a nice pump, not gonna lie. If you guys do this triple set and you don't get a pump in your arms, You're a skinny bitch, just saying. Nothing like a nice little arm pump first thing in the morning to wake your ass up. You don't even need caffeine. You can save it for later in the day. You need a sick arm pump and then you're ready to rock. And then I'll go home and eat 5,000 calories and I'll just want to take a nap. Optimizing. Courtney the other day was talking to me. She's like, you know you're not gonna be able to do whatever you want this time around. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, A, you're not an Olympia prep anymore, and B, we're gonna have 2 babies now, so you're gonna be fucked. And I was like, sick. She was obviously lightheartedly joking, but also warning me that she's not joking. That life's gonna be a lot different when this new baby comes. I used to be able to prioritize, like, I'm trying to be the best in the world. That is like very high priority. Beneath family still, but very high. Whereas now training is like still very high, but not as high as it was when I was trying to win the Olympia. And family's even higher, having 2 kids and everything. So that gap now is changing. And I'm not one of those people who can be like, I'm gonna go train whatever time of day I want and be there for 3 hours and yada yada. I still can right now and I'm very blessed, but come baby number 2, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a muggle like everyone else. Like, oh, I didn't sleep 8 hours last night. I'm not hitting PRs every week, life's hard. So you guys who are young, enjoy these gains. They become a lot harder when you get older. Smoked. That was not happening. My program says to do 3 to 5 sets, which I'm kind of like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? One of Justin's theories is always when your first set drops below 20% capacity of what you did, that muscles or that movement smoked, so move on. So like I was doing chin-ups, I got 8 my first set. I don't know what 20% of that is, but it's more than 1 and less than 2. I got 7 reps that time, so technically still under 20% drop of work capacity from my first set. So I'm gonna do 1 more set and then I'll be done, because every other movement I just did for biceps was 20% less. The easiest way to think about it is if you can do 10 reps of something and then by your 3rd set you get 7, you're done, because that's a 30% drop. Math, early in the morning, in the gym,
no
doesn't
caffeine.
fit, no caffeine.
Because I know you're not like obviously in like bodybuilding prep now, but like are there any exercises that you started doing in retirement that you're like, oh, I wish I had that during prep?
I feel like I always really liked doing chin-ups, but I couldn't do a lot of them, so I rarely did them.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're really good for like shoulder mobility and shoulder health, and I wish I had done more of those in my career. But I feel like instead of more than an exercise, more of like a principle, I wish I'd done like more extreme ranges of motion while I was competing, because I realize now that it's so good for like joint health and injury prevention. And as you start training, you just start to get sore, and into the bodybuilder, you move on to a machine. And if you're just, like if you stretch a muscle, cool, you stretched it. But if you then go and train in this range of motion, but you can stretch to here, you're eventually gonna be stuck here, because that's where your muscle's getting strong. So I wish I had like put a pad behind my back on machines and got that crazy deep stretch, drop the weight, and really focus on lengthening my muscles as much as I could. And I still had great range of motion, a lot of stuff I did, but now it's much better than it was already. So I feel like more of a principle, I wish I'd done that. And for young people starting out, sticking to that, you will injure yourself way less. And you might be weaker for a short period of time, but then you'll build more strength when you don't get injured over time. And your muscles will feel better, look better, and it's just a better way to do it. So do as I say, not as I do. Do as I say, and as I do, not as I did.
What's the B set? Just a tricep on the lat machine?
Yeah, so it's like a, I don't know, I don't have a name for it. I'll just explain what I'm doing. Mid-range ISO, so lift it up to like a mid-range rep somewhere. Hold that for like hopefully 15 to 20 seconds. Put it down, drop the load, do it for 10 to 12 reps, up the load, and then do partials for like 8 to 10 reps. So it's kind of like a functional drop set, superset blend of things. And I do shoulder isolated workouts, exercises 2 days a week. And then I still have like the compound movements of everything I'm doing. And then same with arms. So I don't have a crazy amount of volume in a day. I mean, the arm volume was actually pretty good. It was 3 sets of 4 times 2 for each thing. So it was pretty good, but for shoulders, I'm doing it twice a week. So I don't have a crazy volume in one workout. And my shoulders also grow pretty easily. So I'm like not stressing about spending too much time on them right now. I'm blasting the shit out of them with some volume twice a week, and then that's about it. The partials probably don't look like much, but it actually feels so good doing partial raises for lateral raises. Even if you do like a really heavy dumbbell and you're just like moving what you can, cheating a little bit by the end, at the end of your shoulder workout, it's a great way to squeeze in a little extra volume.
What's for breakfast?
The Courtney King and Bradley King special. Or Bradley. I always say Bradley King when I say Courtney King. She needs to go change her name. And I assimilate that. Mi amo. This is Courtney's famous breakfast that she started to feed to Bradley that I then started to copy too. Usually it's turkey bacon, but there's only like 1 slice left, and I might have to save that for Bradley because sacrifices Valley's making them. But we got some chicken sausage left, eggs, this sourdough gluten-free bread, which I don't even know how that's possible. It's like water, eggs, cashews, butter, sauerkraut, arrowroot flour, sawmeal, psyllium husk, lemon juice, sea salt, baking soda, honey, all natural stuff. Eggs, bread, toast, turkey, bacon, sausage. Essentially, good old classic breakfast. And some avocado. I'm an over easy kind of guy, but I'm not very good at cooking, period. 99% of the time I like break the yolk or fuck it up. Courtney won't even eat my food.
No?
You don't offer.
Like, I'll be like, you want some? I'll make like ground turkey. And I'll be like, you want some? She's like, I'm okay. And then 20 minutes later, she makes a different pack of ground turkey and eats it.
No, kind of dry it out a little bit. It's just not as good. But you do try, so participation happens.
We don't give out participation trophies in this house. Remember that, Bradley.
Slices. Come here.
I can't wear a new shirt around her because
She'll be like this.
She'll clean her hands on my arm.
And this is the spot that Chris sits. And that she's.
So then I take her bread when she does that.
Oh no, that's
That's her
my
punishment.
butter bread. Mine. One. Uh-oh, the scary monster. Run! Run! Go, 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 go! She makes circles around the island.
This is so like raw, you know?
Yeah.
You see the gas gauge empty. Busted the old Camaro out of the gym finally. I'd never get to drive it enough, and I want to sell it. I might be selling it, but every time I get in it, I'm like, oh, this car is just so cool. It's so like, driving an old car makes you feel like you're in a different time. Like the lack of technology, the smell in it smells like the 50s, 60s. It's just a little bit more fun. It's very sketchy to drive sometimes. You always feel like you're gonna run out of gas because the gas fuel doesn't work. The engine's not gonna turn on. The wheels are gonna fall off. You're like bouncing around. But it's part of the fun and the joy of it. You know, you don't think when you drive a modern day car, it just does everything for you. This like makes you experience driving, especially in an old manual car. Like shifting the manual gears here compared to my Porsche, it's like practically a computer system with the Porsche, and this is like so raw. You never get a perfect shift, little joggy, kind of cool. But also, mini update, I've spoken about this before, but for the last 3 years I've been building my like dream car, which is the 1969 Mustang. I had paid for this company to build it. I'd sent the money, they were working on it. They were sending me update pictures and everything. And then I got a letter in the mail that they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And it turns out that the car that I thought was being ready to come to me wasn't really ready to come to me at all. And if you don't know, when you file for bankruptcy, you abolish all assets that you may have, and any debt that you owe gets pretty much just wiped. So I lost my car, but the good news is that there's a company up in North Florida that builds like Broncos and stuff, and they're trying to acquire it, and I know the guys who worked there, and they build fucking sick cars, so I'm really hoping that they get to buy the company. I don't want to talk shit about anyone. Business is hard. They built amazing cars. That's why I wanted to build my Mustang with them. Shit happens. It is what it is. But if this company up north can buy it, and then they can take over the build, and then they can finish my car for me, it'll postpone it like probably another 1.5 years, even though I've already been waiting 3 years. But the good news is I will still get my car. So I love old cars, and that's going to be like a new modern build on an old car. So I'm pumped for that, but I'll bring you guys along that story, and I'll keep you updated as I figure out what's going on, because that was really sad when they filed bankruptcy. It's literally like there's nothing you can do. Someone filed bankruptcy and your car's gone, essentially. All your money's just gone. So hopefully I can get it through the new guys that I know, and it'll still be a sick car that I trust to be built.
But for now, I got this old thing, and I got to debate if I want to sell it or not, because I never really get to drive it. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully it doesn't break down on the highway and I make it to work today. We'll see how it goes. I feel like part of where my brain goes though before even all of this is like little things like how much volume people want to do in a set, how frequently they want to repeat the same workout. And I also I like the idea of like the tempo thing, but I also feel like it's not hard to put tempo in everywhere and people use it or don't, you know? Unless we just press like, hey, tempo's there, it's kind of a suggestion, but on the A series it's like a must. If that's what. Yes, sir. Have a good one later.
I don't know what the standard app.
We're in a phase right now where we like had a lot of stuff coming, lots of programs coming up, lots of updates, lots of stuff moving, and we were just like running so fast. Now we're like slowing down and trying to collect a lot of like data. The developers have put in like trackers in the app so you can see what people are tapping and touching and what they're using. And then we can like optimize the app based off that. That's a very software based thing. I'm not fucking a software developer in any way, but we're actually like talking to like people who have left the app, of understanding why, what were they missing with the program, with the layout, the user experience. And then we're adjusting that. We're adding more programs consistently. Right now we have like enough programs for you to do a couple of years of training on there, but if you want to follow bro split for a couple of years, we don't have enough phases in it for that. So we're working on adding more phases to every program. And we're also like consistently fine-tuning like the complexity of the program so that it doesn't like make people feel overwhelmed, but also continues to drive progress. Because the goal of the app is to actually drive change in people's lives and transformation and growth, not just like something to do. Justin's programming is like very intentional, almost has to be simplified to fit into the average person's ability. I've worked out with a lot of people and bodybuilders, and the programs on this app are better than most professional bodybuilder programs that they follow. So like the product is great, it works. Just got to make sure we get people on it, and when they are on it, it's simple to use, easy to follow, and doing what people need. Had to come get my creatine finally because I've been out of stock for a while. Wanted to tell you guys about Black Friday that's coming up, some of the BTS that we're doing. Black Friday goes absolutely crazy at Raw. It's like Thanksgiving is our moment, we like to say, of giving thanks to our customers. At the end of the year, just appreciation for all the support everyone gives us. So we have this crazy blowout sale at the end of the year. We're gonna be giving away $5,000 every single day for a week in good shit like AirPods, MacBook Pros, DJI Osmos, Meta glasses, bunch of cool shit. And then throughout the whole week, everyone who purchases over X amount is gonna have the chance to win a sick truck. It's like this Ram TRX lifted on 40-inch tires with like a grill on the front, bunch of cool shit done to it. So it's pretty freaking gangster. So Black Friday this year is gonna be crazy. If you guys need your supplements, stock up during that time. Got a lot of stuff coming. I'll keep you guys updated on the specifics of it, but just be ready because it's gonna be sick. But until then, I just need to grab some shit because I was out of creatine. I also need stick packs of creatine because when I travel, bringing this sucks, but bringing the little stick packs is incredible. You can just throw it into water anywhere and go. This too, mint chip ice cream. When I used to be in prep and I'd have a shake, I would make mint chip ice cream shakes, and it would be like my version of ice cream, and it tasted incredible. So if you're dieting and you can't have real ice cream, that's for you. Chocolate replenish, creatine, on the road. Mix this with water when you wake up. Put this in your coffee when you have your morning coffee. Fire hotel breakfast, fasting, salt, creatine combo, keep you jacked. It's so overwhelming that we have so many flavors. I come in here and it's like a kid in a candy store and I don't know what flavor I want. Champion Mentality flavors we came out with, which was like a citrus type thing. That one was really good, but I have that at home right now. So I need a pump. Going back to the OG. I had the watermelon grape. I had like 2 tubs of those because it was so good, but I'm going back to some stim-free raspberry lemonade. We also came out with flavored creatine. I like to mix it in my protein shakes, so I'm not really one to drink that. But I had this when we were in Olympia because we just dropped it. It tastes incredible because creatine has no bitter aftertaste to it. That's why you can mix it with water. So that tastes like juice. So if you guys want just like not drink normal water and you want to get jacked, mix that shit up. But yeah, I think that's really all I need. Courtney sometimes like, don't bring so many supplements. You have a full supplement cabinet. I'm like, All right, so the day is winding down. I'm still a hardcore bodybuilder, eating beans, sweet potato, and chicken, because I will do that forever. That saying you can take bodybuilding out of the man, but no, you can take the man out of bodybuilding, but you can't take bodybuilding out of the man. There you go. I'll be weighing my chicken and rice until I'm 80 years old, so we're locked in. But finished the day today. We have it's cool. We have a 3-day work schedule at the office, so Mondays and Fridays. Usually no one's there. It's optional if they want to work from home. So I like to go in there and just like be able to focus and have some solitude. The warehouse right now is being ramped the F up for Black Friday because we have like 10x the amount of orders in a week than we normally do in an entire month. So those dudes are absolute gangsters getting through that. But other than that, that's a wrap on the day. I don't know what else is there. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing to say. Bradley's bath time is coming up. Very exciting. Then we try to read her books and she tries not to pay attention and tries not to let us put her down to sleep, and then we put her down to sleep. And we go to bed at like 8:30 p.m. and do it all over again. Hell yeah. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.